Legacy Maker, the All Sports Network.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Darrell Owens here with Russ Taliaiferro, and we are here live at the Robins Center for tonight's matchup between the George Mason Patriots and the Richmond Spiders. We're here for women's college basketball. Two teams coming into this matchup off of devastating losses. This George Mason team took on VCU and lost by 26 points. And then this Richmond team took on St. Louis and lost by 30. Both, Mason was at home. Richmond was on the road in St. Louis. Russ, what do these teams have to do tonight?
They got to win. Very simple. They both have to win going into the conference tournament. For both of these teams, it's looking like that may be their NCAA tournament. Most of the farthest they're going to get into the postseason, unless they win the conference tournament, of course. Then they'd actually get into the NCAA tournament. But it's they got to rebound from two tough losses. They have some good players on both sides, but they're going to have to play like they should play. But Richmond, like we saw during the pregame, they're going to be without one of their heart and soul players, Deja Ruffin, this year.
Exactly.
Tonight. So it's going to be a tough one for them.
And Mason, stunning this evening. Mason brings in the #1 scorer in the A-10, and Nicole Cardano-Hillary. She'll be something special tonight. This is her sophomore year. She's both years in the league, and she's been in the top 2, top 1 in the conference in scoring. So
at least 3 30-point games this
yes,
year? With a high of 37 in one?
And there's only one other person that scored 30 this year. So we're in for a treat tonight. Two teams looking to make inroads here and get a home game in the Atlantic 10 tournament before they head to Pittsburgh. That first round matchup is a home game if you are the higher seed. So you got to get into that 8th spot. If they can get in that 8th spot, they'll get a home game. Richmond is battling for that tonight, and Mason's trying to get in there too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send you over to the broadcast. I'm Darrell Owens, Russ Taliaiferro. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast here, February 21st, 2019, Legacy Maker Sports Network. I'm Darrell Owens alongside with Russ Taliaiferro, and we are ready for women's college basketball action, Atlantic 10 college basketball action, as the Richmond Spiders take on the George Mason Patriots here at the Robins Center in Richmond, Virginia. Russ, how you feeling, man? Second broadcast, how you feeling today, brother?
It's like a drug being on the microphone. I just can't get enough.
Well, we're going to definitely go get into some more tonight. As you can hear, the starting lineups are happening in the background. We're going to give you the starting lineups for both teams right now. We'll give you the starting lineups for George Mason. They have already been announced. First, we have Jace Bolton, ladies and gentlemen, the junior from Drexel, Missouri. Watch out for her tonight. She's 6 foot. She's one of the top rebounders in the Atlantic 10. Also, we have Marika Korpinen. She is from Finland, 5'9" guard. She's a sophomore. Then we also have the other sophomore, leader in the A-10, Nicole Cardano-Hillary. She is averaging 20 points a game. She's got 3 30-point performances so far. The guard, sophomore, 5'7". Also, we have Camry Galen. She is a sophomore guard, 5'7", from Richmond, Virginia. And, of course, Sarah Kaminsky, the junior from Plymouth, Minnesota, junior guard, 5'9". Starting lineup for the Richmond Spiders tonight, we got #1 Jade Hines-Clark from Westwood, New Jersey.
Of course.
That's right. Second in the A-10 in double-doubles, and she's tied with Miss Jace Bolton, so we'll get a little special in that tonight. Also, Anaya Carpenter drawing the start tonight because Deja Ruffin is on the sideline for tonight's game. That's a little bit of a blow right there for Richmond.
Of course. That's the heart and soul of their team.
Exactly. And then we have Alex Parson right here in the backyard. North Chesterfield went to Monacan High School. She'll be starting tonight. She leads this team in scoring with 10 points per game. They have Molly Mraz, who is from Erie, PA, the freshman, also starting tonight. And Amy Duggan from Norwood, Massachusetts, the 6-foot junior, starting tonight. Russ, the game is just close to getting started. The starting lineups are about to go down. Who are you excited to watch tonight here at the Robins Center?
Is it no surprise? I'm surprised I'm most excited to watch New Jersey. Like I know that's not her name, but where's she from?
She's from Jersey.
Exactly. Well, I'm watching her from more than just New Jersey. George Mason comes in as one of the top rebounding teams in the conference, and have one of the most probably biggest scoring threat in the conference, Cardano-Hillary. So they're going to have to make sure that whenever George Mason, especially Cardano-Hillary, misses a shot, they're going to make sure that they get the rebound and don't give them second chances. because they're going to put them in. So they're going to need more than just Jade Hines-Clark to get down there and fight for the ball. They're going to need a team effort on rebounding because George Mason is one of the top rebounding teams themselves as a whole. And right now, you've already mentioned Jade Hines-Clark has 9 double-doubles, second in the A-10 right now, and looking for a 10th. She's going to need some help on the rebounds right now.
Yeah, and that person that Jade Hines-Clark is going to have to deal with tonight is number 11, Jace Bolden. Jace Bolden, Jr. from Drexel, Missouri. She is tough as nails. These two both tied at that number 2 spot. So I expect a very interesting battle between those two tonight. So Bolden and Hines-Clark is the matchup I feel like you're all going to be excited to watch. As we're getting ready for the tip here, Hines-Clark and Gatling will be doing the tip here, and it will go in Richmond's favor as Ayanna Carpenter takes it, hands it off to Alex Parson, who has the basketball. Dribbles at the top of the key over to Duggan. Inside to Jade Hines-Clark. They try to test her early. Duggan over to Carpenter, 3 for corner. Off the side of the rim. Rebound, and here comes Cardano Hillary up the floor.
Interesting to see. There are 3 Patriots under the basket for the offensive rebound, and Jade Hines-Clark by herself. They need to give her help.
And missed there by Cardano Hillary, and rebound by Duggan up the floor here. Gives it to Parson. And Parson to Duggan over in the corner to Mraz for 3. No good. Rebound. Hines-Clark puts it up, rolls off the front. Rebound by Cardano Hillary.
Just couldn't get the finish, but she got there for the rebound by herself. So that's what we're looking for.
Oh, nice pass by Cardano Hillary in the inside. The Galen.
They lost her on the switch. They had the switch there on the pick, so Hines-Clark was out there covering a guard on the perimeter. So they had the easy basket down low against Carpenter.
So 2-0 George Mason to start this ball game. Duggan takes a few dribbles, swings it over to Parson. Parson driving to the basket with the right-hand floater and charging foul. Cardano Hillary takes the charge. It'll be Mason basketball.
Team player right there. Got her feet set. Can't be mad at that.
2-0, 8 minutes and 48 seconds here in the first period. Mason has the basketball, and this Mason team, one of those teams fighting for that opportunity to play a home game in the A-10 tournament as the first round is done at the higher seat. Comiskey for 3. That hits off the side of the rim. Battling down low, Gatelin. Rebounds miss off the side, and here comes Alex Parson.
Well, Parsons here is the unquestioned leader for Richmond. Deja Ruffin, like I said, is the heart and soul, but the leader of this team is probably Alex Parsons.
Well, just now Carpenter getting called for travel, and now Mason will take it out. Comiskey takes it out, hands it over to Cardano Hillary. Hillary also not just an offensive player, but leads the conference in steals. So she's also pesky on defense. You're going to have to watch out for her.
That's an all-around baller right there.
Cardano Hillary driving with the floater. That one hits off the side of the backboard. Rebound Parson up the floor. Is her and Carpenter. Pulls up from the A-10 logo. Misses off the side of the rim. And we have a rebound by Corpenden. Corpenden up to Galen.
Looked like she was rushing the shot there.
Inside to Jace Bowden with the layup. And Mason, just like that, it's 4-0. 7 minutes and 51 seconds here in the first period. And Mason just looks a little bit more crisp at the moment, Russ.
Richmond's got to slow down a little bit. They're rushing a lot of their shots. They're passing the ball a good bit, so they're threading it around, but it seems when they actually want to take the shot, it seems like they're rushing to take the shot. When instead of they probably just want to sit down, breathe a little bit, and find the opening that they're looking for.
And that's going to be the biggest thing for that Richmond team. It's so early in this ball game. So we'll see what happens. We have a timeout here. Mason 4-0 with 7 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock here in the first period. All right, back here from the timeout, and 2 new Spiders on the floor. Javanya Irvin as well. It looks like we also have number 12, Claire Holt, who's from Hoover, Alabama. Freshman in the ball game for Richmond. And Squires also in the ball game. Irvin swinging over to Holt for 3. Bang! In the corner.
Go.
And that's how you come off the bench and get things started. 4-3, Mason up.
That's why you got the fresh faces in there.
Cardano hit it to Galen. And nicely done as she puts it over Irvin on that one. 6-3, Mason. Parson swings it on Holt in the corner, being guarded heavily by Corpenden. And we got a travel violation on Squires.
Hate to see travel violations.
6-3, and Amy Duggan will make her return in the game as they bring Squires right back out. And Comiskey hands it off to Cardano Hillary. Hillary bringing it up the floor. 6-3, 7 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock here. As Mason holds on to a 3-point lead. Bolton being guarded heavily by Irvin. That one's going to bounce off the foot of Cardano Hillary, and it'll be Richmond Spider basketball.
She was trying to find Gatlin down low, but Hines Clark was all over it, denying access.
Alexis Great makes her way into the game here for George Mason, the junior, 5'6" from Hampton, Virginia, now in the game for George Mason. Holt being guarded by Corpinen. Over to Irvin. Irvin Halen from Tacoma, Washington. Holt, good defense there by Great, swings it over to Duggan. Duggan to Irvin. Irvin trying to get it into Hines Clark. She gets it, goes back to Irvin. Back into Hines Clark. 7 seconds on the shot clock to Alex Parson, and could not finish. Rebound by Galen.
That was a beautiful sneak behind there, because you saw Parson come straight from the perimeter. As soon as Hines Clark got the ball down low, George Mason just lost control of her.
And we've got a double dribble call here on Corpinen and Spiders basketball. 6-3, 6 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. Parson being guarded by Bolden. Look, Bolden's so long. Oh, nice pass into Irvin. She swings it to Holt for three. Boom!
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, watch out for Claire Holt.
That is beautiful passing right there.
6-6.
Richmond's finding just the random cuts to make to get themselves wide open. And George Mason just losing vision of them.
Jace Bolden almost lost control there. Irvin playing suffocating defense here on Corpinen. Back out to Bolden at the top of the key to Cardano Hillary. And being guarded by Alice Parson. And now Jade Hines Clark, who's one of the top stealers in the A-10. Almost had it there. Parson up the floor to Irvin. Irvin back to Parson at the top, inside to Hines Clark. Out to Irvin on the baseline. She tries to go across the Duggan, and it's stolen by Mason, but there's going to be a foul. Oh, and Hines Clark lost control of that one and hit Great in the face with the basketball. And it looks like we're going to have Allie McCool coming in the game for Galen. And Allie McCool, the junior from St. Leon, Indiana.
From all over the country.
6'2". Miss McCool.
Michelle McCool?
Yeah. 6-6. 5 minutes and 25 seconds. McCool takes the dribble, hands it off the Bowden. Almost knocked away there by Irvin, but she's going to get called for the foul on that one.
Richmond playing some pesky defense the last couple possessions. Woke them up. Some three-pointers woke them up. Claire Holt making a spark off the bench.
Molly Mraz heading back into the game. Irvin comes in and made a good defensive effort there for Richmond. It's 6-6. Mason holding on. Here they lost the lead. Tie ball game. 6-6. 5 minutes and 15 seconds. McCool hands it off to Great. Being guarded by Hines Clark. Gets it back inside to McCool. McCool pump fakes. And then Hines Clark able to recover. And it will be Richmond basketball.
Looked like she got beat easy open on the screen there. But Hines Clark came back to stuff her for a block on the wall. Interesting matchup there on the defense, too. See Cardano Hillary being guarded by the freshman guard, Nia Carpenter.
Carpenter, who's from Baltimore, Maryland. Starting tonight for Ruffin, who has a wrist injury. In the inside, beautifully done off the backboard by Jade Hines Clark.
New Jersey. Classic New Jersey.
8-6. Spiders up by 2. Bolden has it, swings it over to Comiskey. Comiskey dribbling, torn on the baseline, being guarded by Duggan. Out to McCool with the jumper. Allie McCool. Too cool for school.
Showing some outside range. Nothing wrong with that.
8-8. 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Mraz has it, swings it to Holt at the top of the key, over to Carpenter, who drives towards the basket, steps back, gives it to Duggan. Duggan inside to Hines Clark, and there's going to be a foul on the floor, I believe, pushing the back there by Allie McCool.
Parson on the bench now. I look to see Nia Carpenter take control of this team. Their main focus right now still seems to be try and find Jade Hines Clark down low and see what open opportunities they have from getting her down low.
That's going to be the critical part. That's what they tried to do in their last game, and they fed Hines Clark until Holt for three.
Nice, off the backboard.
Wow, I'm not going to lie, you're very impressed by that one. Off the backboard for 3. 11-8 Richmond. Inside Galen, and she got it. 11-10.
Smothering defense down there, but Claire Holt is playing the best game of her season so far right now.
9 points for Holt. And she hasn't played that much in the last few games, but she comes in here and makes big-time shot after big-time shot. 11-10. As Squires comes back in, this time for Jade Hines-Clark.
She already has 3 times her season averaging points tonight, Claire Holt. Averaging 3 points.
She looks like she looks like she's feeling it too.
She's gonna play, that's for sure.
Galen, jump shot rolls off the side of the rim.
Oh.
And then great battling down low with Alex Parson.
Parson back in the game, making an impact immediately.
And Korpinen will come into the ball game. Looks like she's coming in for Kaminsky. A lot of substitutions here on both sides for the coaches, keeping their players fresh here early in this first period.
When you're getting towards the postseason, you want to save the energy as much as you can. Whether either team makes it far into the conference tournament, you want to have them play as much as they can.
Great to Condonia Hillary. Over. Oh, nice 3 by Great in the corner.
Looked like
and
it could have been blocked there.
Yeah, Mason takes the lead back 13-11. Great pass by Hillary on that one, Cardano Hillary. And Parson trying to get it inside there to Duggan. And that foul is going to be on Bolton. And I think they're going to bring Kaminsky in for Bolton. She's got 2 fouls already. Excuse me, she has 2 points already. It's her first foul, and they bring out the young lady who's second in the conference with double-doubles.
Interesting to see what the Richmond's game plan is going to be. Hines Clark is no longer in the game right now. They're keeping it on the outside on the perimeter.
Oh, Holt tried to shoot a jump shot there. Almost looked like a pass, and Duggan takes a tough fall to the floor there, battling with Kaminsky for the rebound. 13-11, and it looks like it's going to stay here with Richmond. And that one's going to be on Kaminsky.
Hustle play right there. Hustle play to keep the ball.
I tell you, the one thing I love about Amy Duggan is she reminds me a lot of last year's senior Alicia Hudala. Hudala was one of those players that she's all over the floor. She is one of the toughest defensive players she was one of the toughest defensive players in the A-10. And Duggan has that trait. She's still working on it, but she's getting there. Galen with a rebound. Off the miss. Cardano Hillary up the floor. Pump fake. Kicks it out to Korpinen for 3. Off the back of the rim. Rebound by Parson.
Lucky not to get a call on the 3-point shot there.
Holt has it now. Driving to the basket. Holt looking for number 11. And it bounces off the side. Rebound by Galen.
So close. Good drive to the basket there, though. She found some open space. Just could not finish at the rim.
13-11. 2 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock here. Mason holding on to a 2-point lead here in this first period. Korpinen being guarded by Carpenter, trying to drive to the basket. A little bit of a baby push off. Gives it to Kaminsky. Kaminsky being guarded heavily by Squires.
Nice.
And great job by Holt. Comes from behind, steals for Galen. Up the floor to Parson. And then she tries to save it. Lost control, and Carpenter able to get it back.
There we go. That's hustle play right there. Holt with a great steal and Parson with a good save.
And Carpenter trying to drive to the basket. There's going to be a foul call. And this one I think is going to be on Great. That's going to be her second. And so they're going to probably bring that young lady right back out here.
Yeah, there she goes. Not even the first quarter, and she's already got 2 fouls. What is it, 5 fouls for NCAA?
5 fouls. 5 fouls takes them out of the ball game here. And coming in the game here is Jewel Triggs for Mason. Yeah, Cockatee also in the game here from Lithuania. Making her first appearance in the ball game here for Mason.
Hines Clark back in the game again.
Carpenter gives it really quick to Duggan, and she has to battle herself out of a situation. Gets it to Holt. Fresh shot clock here for Richmond. 13-11, minute and 50 seconds left in this period. Holt in a little bit of trouble.
You got to remember not to rush. They still have 13 seconds, but don't be pressured by the clock.
Holtz gives it over to Alex Parson with the floater. Takes a few bounces, but gets in there. 13-13.
Got the home touch there. Good drive, good float.
Root beer float. Cardano Hillary misses the baseline shot and rebound by Richmond. Here comes Carpenter up the floor. Gives it to Parson. Parson driving to the basket. Another floater. This one hits off the side of the backboard. No rim on that one. Rebound by Bolton. And that foul is going to be on Jade Hines-Clark.
Surprise, surprise. Hines-Clark, Bolton fighting for a rebound down low.
I mean, I'm not surprised by that. A little bit surprised?
No,
not at all. Yeah.
Not at all.
13-13, minute and 14 seconds here in this first period.
Only if the audio could capture my sarcasm on that one.
I caught it, Russ. I caught it. And Hines-Clark is back out of the game as they bring in Squires. And
Holt making a heck of a play on defense still, just bothering him.
She's having a great game so far. Ooh, and
rough play right there.
Cardano Hillary tried to split the defenders, and I think this one might be on Parson.
Yeah, it looked like she tripped her there for just a little bit. Not on purpose, of course. Not on purpose.
And so Cardano Hillary will head to the line. This young lady is absolutely phenomenal. We talked about it. This is just her second year in the A-10.
First free throws of the night for either team.
And she's just been phenomenal. The young lady from Spain, she was the 2018 Atlantic 10 Rookie of the Year, leading the A-10 right now with 20.4 points per game. She set a career high in points earlier this year against George Washington with 37 points, and she had 9 rebounds in that game.
Just a few weeks ago.
That was just a few weeks ago.
Just a few weeks ago.
She's talented, man. She's got to be one of those players you got to watch out for A-10 Player of the Year.
Oh, no doubt. She can make some noise in the tournament no matter where Mason is seated.
Exactly. 14-13. Mason holding on to that lead after the Cardano Hillary free throw, and she gets the rebound on this one off the floor from the young lady from Spain. 27 seconds on the clock, being guarded by Carpenter. Mason has an opportunity to hold this one for the last shot. The shot clock is just maybe 0.6 seconds off from the game clock.
I think they're going to try and hold it.
12 seconds here. Davis, who made her first appearance in the game, is down the game for Mason. She tries to throw a pick for Cardano Hillary, splits the defenders, drives in the inside, finds Triggs. It's going to be no good. Shot clock violation, and that is it. And the end of the first quarter here live from the Robins Center. George Mason holding on to a 1-point lead, 14-13 over the Richmond Spiders. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first quarter right now. George Mason holding on to a 14-13 lead. Very interesting first quarter. I mean, just a tough first quarter on both ends. Both teams are hustling out there. And what can we say about Claire Holt?
She's having a really good game so far. Averaging 3 points of the season coming into this game. Already has 9.
Yeah, she hit 3 threes in this quarter, including the one that I don't know if she called bank for, so we might not be able to count it. And the one that went high off the backboard, but a great start for this young lady. And it looks like both teams have went deep into their benches, and they've been able to both, be able to help themselves out on that end.
Keeping it fresh for the tournament time. You don't want to tire your players out before the tournament comes. Whether, like I said, whether both of these teams make it that far in the tournament is yet to be seen, but you want to keep your players as fresh as possible going into postseason.
All right, y'all, we're going to head to the second quarter and send you back to the broadcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's second quarter. Richmond has the basketball. 14-13. Mason up. Jade Hines-Clark with the hook in the lane. No good. Galen with the rebound.
Off the rim. Good spin move, though.
Tough move there. Cardano Hillary tried to get it into Galen with 4 Spider players there.
I want to say that's Richmond's at least second or third steal so far in the first half, playing some pesky defense.
14-13, Mason up. 9 minutes and 31 seconds left here in this second period. Very competitive game so far between both teams. Corporan has it at the top of the key, being guarded by Holt. Hines-Clark came to help out a little bit. They swing it across the court to Jace Bowden for 3. Boom! Jace Bowden from downtown Richmond.
Dangerous when you can grab rebounds and shoot threes.
17-13 Mason. She's like a beautiful stretch 4.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? The combination of everything you want. Holt for 3. Boom!
Claire Holt again.
Claire Holt has 12 points.
Her jersey number.
Exactly. 17-16.
You need something like this when you got a player like Deja Ruffin out. You need players like that don't play that much to step up.
Exactly.
Especially coming into tournament time,
Both
if she can keep that up.
3 off the back of the rim. Good hustle there by Corporan to get the rebound and the steal. Because Richmond had possession there.
They did. They got the steal on the rebound.
It's pretty strategic. 17-16 inside the Corporan. Being guarded by Holt. Gives it to Galen. Galen over to Cardano Hillary. Oh, back to Galen. In the low post. In the inside. Tough shot over Molly Mraz. 19-16 Mason up. 8 minutes and 15 seconds.
They're getting them on the screens because they're getting the good switch on the screens. So they had Hein Clark back out on the perimeter. So they had the guard down low.
19-16. Squires. Swinging it over. Oh, Carpenter inside.
Looked like it got blocked there.
Yeah, good job there by Gatlin. Squires now tries it, and Galen says no go.
Got her bandana knocked off there.
I'm about to say she lost her whole bandana on that one.
Still fighting down low, though.
Yeah, very physical game right now between two teams here who
fighting
are
for a home team.
Fighting for that.
Home game.
Just trying to put themselves in a spot. Now, we talked to some officials earlier from Richmond, and they told us a scenario. They have the advantage over LaSalle. So if they can get a win, they get this win over Mason, they'll have the advantage over them. And that'll slide them up at least 2 spots tonight because they beat St. Bonaventure as well. So this really would put this Richmond team in a really good spot and would jump them a few spots in the A-10 with LaSalle coming up on Sunday. And poor LaSalle has only won one game so far in the conference.
I mean, it's a tough road. Either way you look at it, it's a tough road, but you want to get that home spot going into the tournament.
19-17, Mason up. Great back in the game, driving towards the basket, swings it over to Comiskey in the corner, and she bangs it in for 3. 22-17, Mason extends the lead to 5. Parson has it, being guarded by Comiskey. Great defense there by Comiskey, hands it over to Carpenter. Carpenter gives it inside on the baseline here. So Hines Card back to Holt for 3, and that bounces off the back of the rim. Rebound, Comiskey.
Look good. Look good. Her shot's looking real good tonight, even on a miss.
Great driving. Kicks it over to Bolton. Bolton trying to drive the baseline. Holt, great defense over to Cardano Hillary, driving on the left side. And there goes Jade Hines Clark. Not showing any mercy on that one.
Coming over for the help defense there.
And she's going to get her 2nd foul. I'm thinking that Irvin is probably coming in here for Hines Clark, her, or Duggan. And it looks like Allie McCool will also come in after that first free throw here. So McCool comes in for Galen. And Irvin comes in for Squire. And Duggan in for Hines Clark.
Interesting to see they're still leaving Carpenter, the freshman, on Cardano Hillary.
Very tough assignment for that young lady. But so far, she's handled her own.
I mean, she's a tough lady. She's from Baltimore. They don't play.
She's only got 1 point so far. She's done a good job. Cardano Hillary, another rebound there. She's doing pretty decent on the rebound front. That's her 4th rebound today. Cardano Hillary in between the leg, gives it over to Great. Great almost lost control of it. She's being guarded by Carpenter. Holt tried to lunge there, almost lost it, then comes back and blocks Comiskey's shot. Carpenter with the rebound.
Holt having a great game, defense and offense.
Carpenter, a little crossover move in the inside with the right hand, and that one misses off the backboard. Rebound by McCool. And Great takes it and slows the pace down here for Mason. Up by 5. 6 minutes and 18 seconds here in the second period.
See, Richmond is able to dribble, penetrate down low, but they just cannot finish right now. Other than Parsons' floater, it looks like they're having a little bit of trouble finishing down low. Ooh, nice.
Great to Cardano Hillary. Tries to go behind the back. There's going to be a foul here. And this one will go against Holt. So 22-17. Spiders down by 5. Great takes the ball out underneath the basket, gives it to Cardano Hillary. She gives it inside to McCool. McCool up and under. Nice. Nice right there by Allie McCool.
All credit to Alex Parson there, but that was a mismatch right there down low.
24-17. Irvin with a nice pass inside to Duggan, and there's going to be a foul.
I'm about to say, you'd hate to see them struggle that much finish down low, but she got the foul call. She got hit on the wrist pretty clearly there.
So right now, Richmond down by 7. It's a great pass there by Irvin in the Duggan. And it looks like that one might have been against McCool.
Looks like Richmond's going with a little bit of a small lineup here.
And Duggan hits the first. And Corpinen will come in for Comiskey. Duggan trying to knock down another free throw here. Duggan, the junior, 6 foot from Norwood, Massachusetts. Knocks down both. 24-19. Mason up 5 minutes and 41 seconds left here in this second period. Corpinen dribbles over to Bolden. Bolden trying to try to go back door there to Cardano Hillary and able to get it back. Great shoots a three, no good. Corpinen gets the rebound, and there's a battle between Holt. And Great's going to take it back and slow it back down.
It's a little disappointing to see 3 Patriots there for a rebound fighting 1 Spider. They got to go down low to help for rebounds. Even when Hines Clark not on the floor, they got to get some help down there.
That's going to be critical in this ball game. And like we talked about at the beginning of this game, Mason is one of the best rebounding teams in this conference. They're in the top 5.
No doubt, no doubt. I think they are. I want to say they're the top averaging offensive rebound team in the conference.
Yes, and so they're not going to be slacking. They're going to come in there. They're going to fight.
I don't remember their field goal percentage being too high themselves, but they clean up after themselves for sure by trying to get the rebounds.
And tough rebound by Alex Parson right there. 24-21.
Tough hustle there. Good hustle.
Got the one missed off the jumper and then was able to put it back. And here's Galen right back down the court. Gives it out to Cardano Hillary, who misses the entire basket on that one. And that's something you don't see there from that young lady.
A bit like seeing Bigfoot.
Yeah. It's not a
normal sighting.
It's not something you see all the time. We got a timeout here. 24-21, 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Mason holding on to a 3-point lead. And we're back from the timeout here. Holt bringing the ball to the floor here for the Spiders. 4 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock left in this first half. Parson has it, swings it from the left wing over to Holt at the top of the key. Then gives it to Carpenter on the right side. She dribbles 2 steps, gives it to Parson. Inside to Irvin with the fadeaway. And that one does a little toilet bowl action, rolls out, rebound by Bolden.
That's just unlucky right there. She had the good shot. That just rolled out.
So Great brings it up the floor here. 24-21, 4:12 on the clock. Gives it over to Gatlin. Gatlin inside to Bolden. Knocked away there by Irvin. Carpenter has it up for the Spiders. Looks up the floor, finds Parson for 3. And that rattles out. Rebound by Bolden. Another rebound by Bolden. And Bolden has 4 rebounds on the day. Great driving to the basket, being guarded by, and that one flew into the air. I had to take a deep breath because I thought that one was going in.
That would have been something. That would have been something for sure.
So 24-21. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in this half. As we get to see Caitlin Fee for the first time, and they give Claire Holt a break.
A much-needed break.
Caitlin Fee from Ryan, Virginia. And there's a steal by Duggan. Irvin up the floor. And they're going to say double dribble. I didn't see her touch it, but that's what the call is. To be honest with you, she lost control of it, but I'm not sure if it was actually a double dribble. But hey,
it looked like she just lost control, but gained it back.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not a ref.
I don't get paid the big bucks.
Exactly. I don't get paid to make decisions like that.
24-21. 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Cardano Hillary being guarded by Carpenter. Swings it over to Comiskey being guarded by Irvin. Now on the Bolden. Parson guarding heavily there. She thought about getting it in to Gatlin. Swings it over to Comiskey. Bangs it in. And that one was a 2. 26-21. Mason up by 5. 3 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock here in the second period. Parson looking for Irvin. She lost control of it off her foot. Cardano Hillary up the floor. Slows it down, pulls it back out, gives it up to Great. Looks inside. Gatlin over to Bolden. Takes a dribble. Back to Great. Great dribble and then the inside. Nice move on Parson. 7-point lead for Mason. That was a nice move by Alexis Great.
It looked like she was about to go outside and then changed her mind immediately.
28-21. Mason with a 7-point lead.
I got to give it up to Nia Carpenter right now. She's holding Cardano Hillary to 1 point so far. But
and
like
that's pretty impressive.
A freshman guard holding the conference leader in scoring to 1 point with just over 2.5 minutes left in the first half.
Very impressive feat.
No doubt, no doubt. Not having the greatest offensive game. She hasn't scored at all so far, but she's doing a pretty good job being, stifling on defense. Not giving Cardania Hilliard any easy shots at all.
So 28-21. Bowden. Oh, and Gatlin and Cardania Hillary run into each other, and then Duggan and Cardania Hillary run into each other. A little bit of a collision. Duggan kind of gave a little bit of a look back on that one.
A little thug look, just a little bit. Just hustle for the ball, though. Nothing dirty. Nothing dirty.
Good, clean basketball.
Just hustling for the ball.
And Cardania Hillary head to the line.
Those are about the easiest shots she'll have right now after Carpenter's playing defense right now.
I mean, Cardania Hillary right now 0 for 4 from the field. She's 1 for 4 from the free throw line, make that 2 for 5. And she gets her second point of the game.
Only bucket she's getting there at the free throw line. So if you're giving up points to the conference leading scorer, might as well only give her 1 point at a time.
And she is 2 for 6 from the free throw line. Having a little bit of a rough go.
And, everybody has an off day. Richmond is just lucky that it's against them right now.
Exactly. Richmond's got to find a way to crawl back into this. They're not down too much. They're only down by 8. They're in a good position. They just got to find a way to get things going.
Look at that. Stingy defense against the Carpenter again.
Bowden gives it into Gatlin. And Gatlin loses control, and now we have Irvin up the floor. She slows it down, swings it over to Parson, who shoots the 3. Boom!
Nice. Nothing
Alex Parson. 29-24. Richmond down by 5.
Richmond is not giving it up easy, that's for sure.
Cardania Hillary being guarded by Caitlin Fee. Swings it over to Gatlin. Gatlin, Cardania Hillary inside, and her first, and they're going to call a charge.
Oh,
great job there.
Alex Parson on the defense there on the switch.
Right. Remember last game when me and Lamont were here, she took 2 tough charges in that ball game, and she does it again. 29-24. Mason up by 5.
She is a definite tough player.
Oh, push off on that one. Tries to drive to the basket, kicks it out to Irvin, to Carpenter, being guarded heavily there. Swings it across the court. Looking, Parson.
Irvin might have passed up an open shot herself there.
Oh, bad pass right there.
That was just bad awareness right there.
Cockatee has it. Gets it inside to Bowden to Gatlin, and great defense there.
There we go. Come on now.
Monty Mustaf.
A little gritty down there.
Who's making her first appearance in this ball game. And sometimes you got to use a 6'5" player from Washington, D.C.
Hey, you got to use the height when you can get it.
A lot of length. Her wingspan is amazing.
She is a long young lady
She is just taking up all great pass there by Cockatee.
Mustaf lost her down there.
Inside to Gatlin.
Gatlin having a great game down low. You can't lose control, lose awareness of a player like that when she's having a game.
31-24, 7-point lead here from Mason. Parson. Little crossover move, pull-up jump shot. No good. Rebound by Irvin. It's been a tough game. Carpenter, 3. That rattles out. Mustaf couldn't get it in there.
I hate to say it, but those look like 2 selfish shots right there. Like there was barely any passing. They got to get the ball around. Richmond is taking some bad shots right now.
11 seconds, no shot clock. Cockatee has it. Swings it over to Comiskey, who pulls it for 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebound, stolen. Great job there. And Cardania Hillary with it's the buzzer beater. She right there.
Put back right there at the buzzer.
Cockatee had the shot, missed it, and great job there by Cardania Hillary. Puts it back in, and we got a 33-24 game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the second quarter. We're heading into halftime. George Mason 33, Richmond Spiders 24. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here halftime at the Robins Center. George Mason Patriots up 33-24 over the Richmond Spiders. It's been a very good game so far. Very competitive game all the way through on both teams' part. And I love what I've seen on both sides. A few miscues here for Richmond may have cost them a little bit here in this second quarter. What are your thoughts of this first half in George Mason's 9-point lead?
I think Richmond right now is they're taking a lot of quick shots. They're rushing their shots right now. They got to slow down. They got to find their game. Hines Clark got 2 early fouls in the first quarter, so she sat out almost, I want to say, at least the last half of that second
right.
the last second half of that second quarter. So she's got to get back in the game. She's got to stay out of foul trouble, of course. But I can't say enough about Claire Holt's performance off the bench coming in. Was it 12 points now?
She's got 12 points off the bench. She's come in and done a phenomenal job, especially in the absence of Deja Ruffin, who has come in the last few weeks, 16 points, 17 points. She's been that consistent scorer, and they needed another person to step up, and Claire Holt from Hoover, Alabama has been that person, the freshman, doing a great job there. So that is it here at the half. We're going to send you back to the broadcast. 33-24, George Mason up here at the Robins Center at the half. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is the third quarter, and we started off with a Gianna Irvin steal to the basket, and she's going to miss that one. It bounces off the back, and Corcoran is battling for the rebound.
They call for a
traveling violation.
Irvin with a nice steal to start off the half. That's stingy defense.
She definitely
11 steals in the first half of Richmond. They're still down by 9 points, though.
And that's the crazy. They're not capitalizing off the turnovers.
I know they're not. They're rushing the shots, taking bad ones. They need to just slow down. Gain their momentum.
Parson trying to. She tried. It looked like she tried to get it in between the legs.
You know what I'm thinking though? Kaminsky. I don't know why. That's reminded me of Frank Kaminsky, the Wisconsin player.
Yes.
I don't know if there's any relation or if it's the same name. It just every time I hear that name, it makes me.
That's the first thing you think of. We got to find out if Frank is from Plymouth, Minnesota.
I don't think so. I think they spell it differently, so they're not related. But that's who I think of.
Cardano Hillary up the floor, and they're going to call foul on Duggan. And
Irvin had her hand in there to knock the ball loose, though.
Yeah, good hustle there by Irvin.
They are having their hands everywhere. It's just they're not able to finish off the turnovers.
They've got to find a way to make that happen. That's been the struggle here for this Richmond team. I mean, and doing such a great job of creating the turnovers and just not finishing.
Yeah, it's just not mentally right for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in the right space.
Okay, Cardano Hillary with her fourth point of the game, and as she makes the first free throw.
That's a little surprising. 2.5 minutes in, Hines Clark is already being subbed out.
And she makes her second. She's 3 from 7 from the free throw line today. It's Cardano Hillary. Parson driving to the basket behind the back, pull-up jumper, and no good rebound here by Duggan. She misses, and Kaminsky gets the rebound. 35-24, 9 minutes and 2 seconds here in the third period. Mason adding on to their lead, 11-point lead here for Mason. Behind the back, Cardano Hillary for 3, and that one misses. Just missed the whole rim. Up the floor to Irvin. Nice pass there by Parson.
They got hit Cardano Hillary there good. They had her tripping over herself.
Man, that was amazing right there. Great pass. 35-26, 8 minutes and 37 seconds. Bolden being guarded by Irvin. Inside to Catlin. Oh, nice pass.
Surprising. Well, not surprising, but sneaky having a good game down low.
Yeah, she's got 10 points, 6 rebounds. 12 points, 6 rebounds right now for that young lady. 37-26, 9-point lead.
If she didn't end up with a double-double tonight.
I know, she's done a really good job, and part of that is because Hines Clark has not been in the ball game that much for this Richmond team. She's back in now.
She is, but they're also doing a good job, George Mason, of setting screens and making Hines Clark guard the perimeter on the screen instead of switching back down low. They're doing a really good job of doing that. So credit to George Mason's game plan. Their coach must have taught them very well.
Done. Bolden trying to get inside to Gatlin, and Hines Clark is there.
Saying it's lapped off Gatlin. To be honest, it looked like it was lapped off Hines Clark there for a second. I'm not going to lie.
Coach Millison, her 6th season as head coach for George Mason. Over 300 wins in her coaching career.
I I'd probably say these are the two most successful coaches in each team's history, you want to say?
I would say that.
'Cause I know it is Richmond's most successful coach. Coach Schaefer. I keep thinking of VCU coach for some reason. I don't know why.
37-26. Well, Bethel Boyle's having quite the season herself.
She is. She is. Atlantic 10 Conference Coach of the Year.
Has to be.
Has to be.
And if anybody else wins, I'll say shame.
I mean, she's taking that team. I mean, not by herself, but she's definitely ahead of that reason. Taking that team from the bottom of the conference to the #1 seed right now in the conference tournament.
37-26. Both VCU teams right now 20-6 on the season.
Stingy defense.
Oh,
there.
nice play there by Cardano Hillary.
Still able to get down low.
13-point lead for Mason. She's starting to heat up now. She's got 8. Parson, stutter step on that dribble. Gives it to Irvin. She drives 8-10 logo. Jump shot off the back of the rim. Gets her own rebound.
Irvin passed open a wide open 3 there. She may be thinking too much about the team. She's got to try, if you get the open shot, why not take it?
Oh, Parson tried to get it to hold inside. Great job by Great. Just a very tough steal on that one. She just stole it right out of her hands. She saw the path that she was passing the basketball. She was like, no, I'm taking that.
They tried. It was a nice idea. Holt's been having a hot game, so you want to keep tight on her for sure. It's interesting to see Richmond's game plan completely shift because they're keeping Hines Clark in and out of the game.
That one hits off the front of the rim there. Holt gives it to Irvin. Irvin driving with the left. She's going to get fouled. And this one is going to be on Comiskey. Irvin's having a really nice game. Irvin's been all over the floor on the court defensively. She's, had some really good opportunities on the offensive end. Some of them haven't fallen, but she's done a good job.
She's only recorded 1 steal in the first half, and then, she had her second to begin the second half, but she's still got her hands all over the place. She's forced a couple of loose balls there, so she's having a pretty good game on the defense, even though it's not showing up on the stat board.
And she misses a tough one right there on that first free throw.
Hasn't taken a whole shot this game, though. She's passed up at least two good open shots.
The junior from Tacoma, Washington, and she missed both of them. Also coming in the game, we have Truesdale. She's making her appearance in the game. And there's a traveling violation on Parson. And she's looking a little baffled there. She's like, wait a minute, that wasn't me. And Carpenter comes in for Parson. (39-26), 6 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock here. As Great brings the ball up the floor, being guarded by Holt. Over to Bolden. Bolden being guarded by Duggan. Comiskey at the top of the key, swings it to Great on the left wing. Now over to Cardano Hillary in the left corner. Hits off the front of the rim. Great rebound there by Comiskey.
Carpenter just lost track of her, coming right behind her, took the rebound from her.
Great to Comiskey in the corner. Swings it across court to Cardano Hillary, who tries to make a move towards the basket. And I think this one might be on Truesdale.
No hard fouls there. Just got unlucky where the ball was, tripped up.
39-26, 6 minutes and 23 seconds. Mason with their largest lead of the game with 13. Cardano Hillary inside to Gatlin.
Truesdale on the foul there on the inside.
So Autumn Truesdale. 2 fouls just like that. Now, Truesdale is not a player who plays often. So I'm pretty sure that Coach Schaefer is looking at it and saying, we got a few fouls that you can't expend. I don't think he may not rush and take her out the game right away.
He's taking somebody out.
And Mraz will come in for Duggan.
A little interesting to me personally to see Carpenter not on Cardano Hillary. She held a 1-point defender in the first half.
Oh, great pass by Cardano Hillary inside the Great. Tough shot. 15-point lead for Mason. 41-26. 6 minutes and 10 seconds here in the third period. Carpenter being guarded by Bolden. Mraz has it in the near corner. Try to get it into Truesdale. Lost control of it. Holt able to get it back, being guarded by Cardano Hillary. Try to come off the pick, takes it the other way, and she's going to get fouled. And it looks like this one is going to be
Gatlin.
And now Gatlin is going to be charged with the foul on that one. 5 minutes and 51 seconds, 41-26 Mason, as Ali McCool heads back in the game for Gatlin.
It's cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yes. Love you, Stuart.
Got to. Inspiration.
All day, every day.
Oh, of course.
Truesdale in the inside. Tough shot, and it goes in. I said Truesdale does not see a lot of time, and the Richmond bench explodes as Truesdale makes the layup. 41-28. Oh, nice pass inside there to Cardano Hillary, and she's going to get fouled.
Tough shot down there, but still able to make it go. Hustle place.
And so 2 shots here as Cardano Hillary will head to the line, and she makes the first. She's got 9 points on the day.
Is that 5 for 9 now on free throws?
5 for 9 from the free throw line. Struggle at the beginning. She's starting to hit them now, but the more you give this young lady attempts, she's gonna get better.
She's a scorer. She's a scorer. She'll get points from wherever she can.
6 from 10 from the free throw line. She's got 10 points on the day. Carpenter being guarded by Cardano Hillary, and Carpenter tried to use the crossover there on Hillary, and she's going to get called for the foul. 43-28 Mason. Such a close game in the beginning of this game, Russ, and Mason is slowly but surely pulled away on this one.
They are. It's a little surprising to see them pull away by this much because just calling the game, didn't notice how big a lead the lead is for them, and then all of a sudden you look up, they're by almost 15, 20 points almost.
It was definitely a tighter game. As Holt tries to get it into Irvin, she lost control of it. Truesdale, Parson, boom! Nice. Alex Parson with the 3. 43-31, 12-point game here for Mason.
Got to keep it close.
Yes, they need a few defensive stops here. They need to go on at least a 6-7-0 run here. Inside the Bolton, that's going to be Spider basketball. And she tried to get it over Parson, and that one hit behind the backboard. And it looks like we got a timeout here with 4 minutes and 58 seconds. Mason up by 12 points, 43-31. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here after the timeout. 43-31, 4 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock here. Parson driving, kicks it out to Holt for 3. Why not?
Nice.
Why not? She's got 15. What a day here for Claire Holt.
What is that, 5 for 7 now from 3. You know, she came into the game shooting 23% for three-pointers throughout the game.
She's got
averaging 3 points in the season. That's what I'm talking about. Like that is the definition of playing when it matters. That is the definition of using your time.
Well, Gatlin was able to fire right back and get the points on that last layup, 45-34. Irvin for the jump shot, misses off the side of the rim, rebound Mason. 45-34.
Cardano Hillary is sneaking up on a double-double herself. That was her 6th rebound. She already has 10 points.
That's what she does. Jump shot. Pull back and nice. She's starting to feel it.
Handled the ball the whole time herself.
Cardano Hillary.
She reminds me a lot of the player we saw last week from Dayton, Canatelli.
Yes.
Except maybe a little bit more dangerous just because, she has a 30-point threat 3 times already this year. But Canatelli, I think she's had at least 2 20-point games herself. So they're 2 very similar, dangerous players that can take over the game at any moment.
Irvin kicks it out to Mraz for 3. Boom! Bang. Molly Mraz. 47-37, 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. 10-point game. Richmond is in striking distance. They just got to make stops. But Mason looks good so far.
Shooting 50% from three-point line right now compared to 27% for George Mason. They're making the big shots right now.
Cardano Hillary battling against Alex Parsons, 2 players who will be, that's just a great job there by Irvin. Got her feet set, charge.
Beautiful ball.
Richmond basketball.
Beautiful play right there, beautiful play. Cardano Hillary not happy about the call, but she was there the whole time. Richmond is staying in it. They're playing competitive, but sometimes the score doesn't reflect that.
So 47-37, 10-point game. Irvin takes it out.
Parsons dribbling up front, surveying the defense. Hines Clark sets the screen.
Oh, nice jump shot there. Hits off the front of the rim. Hines Clark in the inside. They've been looking for her, and Jade Hines Clark.
That's what they've been missing this game now. That's only her second rebound.
Where is she from?
New Jersey.
That's what I thought you said.
Bergen County. Westwood, Bergen County, New Jersey, baby.
There it is, baby. 47-39. Spiders, nice little run there. Being down by 15, only down by 8. 2 minutes and 54 seconds left here in the third period as we are at timeout. All right, back from the timeout on the floor for the Spiders. Irvin, Holt, Mraz, Parson, and Hines Clark. On the floor for Mason, Comiskey, Gatlin, Cardano Hillary. And it looks like we also have Cockatee. And I want to say, I couldn't see here. Oh, we got Bolden for 3. Boom! Chase Bolden.
Just when you forgot her name.
Just when I forgot her name, she's like, wait a minute, guy. You'll remember now. 50-39, 11-point lead. 2 minutes and 29 seconds as Parson brings it up the floor. Richmond down by 11. Swings it over to Holt. A little bit of a pump fake. Gives it to Irvin. Swings it over to Parson in the corner for 3. Hits on the side of the rim. And there's a battle on the ground for the rebound.
Looks like a possession, jump ball. Possession arrow goes to George Mason now.
And it looks like we got McCool and Great coming in for Mason. So 50-39, 2 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock here. What will Mason do? Can they hold on to this lead? Can Richmond make the comeback? Still early.
Still got a whole another quarter to go.
Whole another quarter. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Comiskey swings it over to Great.
Especially with the way Richmond's shooting a 3 today, they're definitely not out of this game. This is a 3, maybe 4 possession game with the way Richmond's shooting.
Driving to the basket. Great off the front of the rim. McCool trying to get the rebound. There's a battle. New shot clock. Great hustle there by Great. And Alexis Great slowing it down. Great's got 7 points today, 3 for 4 from the field. Inside to McCool. And, great block there by Hines Clark, but they're going to say there's a foul.
Man, that looked like all ball there.
She's not thrilled.
Man, no wonder she's upset because, that's her third foul now. She's barely been playing the first half after getting those 2 fouls early.
Ooh, that is all ball. Yeah, man, that's a tough one to call.
That's a tough one to take.
Now, if you're McCool, you got to knock these 2 down. And she makes the first. And McCool, that's her 5th point of the game. 1 for 1 on the day from the free throw line after that make. And she knocks them both down, 52-39. Back to a 13-point lead here for George Mason. Richmond got it down to 8. Crossover in between the legs. Parson misses the jump shot from the left elbow. Rebound by McCool. And Comiskey has it, gives it over to Great. And Great takes it up the floor.
Parson looked like the only one down there looking for her own rebound. They're leaving the basket too early.
Great inside. Great defensive play. Great defensive play there by Hines Clark. They were looking in for McCool, and Hines Clark said, no cookie for you.
It's again, George Mason coming with the setting the screens, forcing Hines Clark to guard up top, but she was able to recover pretty well there and knock the ball out of bounds on the down low pass.
So 52-39, Mason holding that 13-point lead.
My favorite matchup is back on the floor. Carpenter on Cardano Hillary. Held her to 1 point in the first half when she's defending her.
Great. Looking. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Little pressure. McCool. And Great's going to. I thought she was going to take that shot. In the last second, she tried to get it to Comiskey.
Hines Clark in her face at the last couple of seconds, knocking the ball loose.
Great job there. And now on 52-39. And Duggan is back in the game. She's going to have to be careful. She's got 4 fouls.
Got to be careful. One more and she's gone. I don't know if I would have saved her until the fourth quarter for myself.
Carpenter gave it over to Duggan. Duggan to Holt. Holt to Carpenter. Carpenter drives to the top of the key. Swings it over to Duggan on the left wing. Inside to Hines Clark. Back to Duggan for 3. Off the front of the rim. Mraz had a piece of that, trying to battle for the rebound. And Carpenter and Bolden battle, and it slides back to Duggan, and then Carpenter has it at the top of the key.
Very physical battle for that rebound there. It looks like Richmond is, trying to take the last shot as lose as much time on the clock. They want to slow it down, wait for their shot, which is something I'd love to see.
52-39, 12 seconds, 8 seconds on that shot clock, 9 seconds on the game clock. Driving to the basket, Carpenter jumps. A great defensive play by Chase Bolden up the floor to Cardano Hillary, straight to the basket in the inside, and then she's going to hit that off the front of the rim. And I'm going to tell you what, Richmond caught a break on that one at the end.
They really did. Claire Holt saved him right there from the easy 2 points from Cardano Hillary. She just frustrated her enough so she couldn't get a good shot up. All
right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the third quarter with the score. George Mason 52, the Richmond Spiders 39 as we head into the fourth quarter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of the third quarter. Right now, Mason holding a 13-point lead, 52-39. Richmond crawled back a little bit. They got it down to 8. Momentum was starting to flow, and then Mason came right back and got it back to 13 points. What were your thoughts of that third quarter?
It was a tough third quarter for Richmond. Claire Holt still around, playing some stingy defense, knocking out another 3 in that quarter. They're not finishing right. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're playing some really good stingy defense, hands all over the ball, but they're just having trouble with finishing their shots at the basket. And it's why they're down by 13 right now, in my opinion.
All right, we're going to find out if Richmond can make the comeback. We're going to take you to the fourth quarter here, the broadcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 52-39. Inside here, Richmond has the basketball, lost control, and here comes Cardano Hillary. Hillary up the floor to Jace Bolden. Inside, 2 points, you counted. 54-39, Mason up by 15. Holt has it. Pulls up for 3. Hits it off the front of the rim.
Can't make them all. Still a good game.
Cardano Hillary pushing the floor in the inside, and she misses it. Huge rebound there by Hines Clark. Holt up the floor, lost control of it. Hines Clark, free throw jumper, and it goes in.
Nice.
And it's 54-41.
Bounce off the back of the rim there. It still goes down for Hines Clark. Very interesting fourth quarter mindset we're having here for the Spiders. You know, they're down by, 13 now. Mm-hmm. They're keeping it within that 10 to 15-point range, but can they close it down, get closer, try and, get this win, this comeback? It's going to be a tough one, at the beginning of this fourth quarter.
Well, 54-41, Mason is up with 9 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. All right, back here from the timeout. Mason up by 13. They have the basketball. Kaminsky gives it over to Gray, and she's going to bring the ball up the floor here for George Mason. 54-41. Gray being guarded by Holt, swings it over. The Gatlin inside the Bolt. Oh, great job there by Hannah Carpenter with the block there.
Nia Carpenter is an unsung MVP of this game right now. Because, Cardano Hillary right now is 12 points coming into this right now. 8 and some minutes left into the fourth quarter, but her herself has held Cardano Hillary to less than, I want to say, 1 or 2 points right now.
So Great has it after the ball brought from out of bounds here. Great being guarded by Holt. Acting for a pick and roll here, drive straight to the basket, and a great right hand in traffic there by Great. 56-41, 15-point lead here for Mason. Parson driving, gives it to Holt. Holt driving. Oh, lost control of it. Has Parson. Parson in the inside, tries to find Carpenter on the other baseline. Dribbles out to the right wing. And now Holt has it. Trying to call a few plays here.
Call for the screen.
Oh, gives it to Parson. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to shoot soon. Holt off the front of the rim. Rebound Gatlin. And she's battling in this one. I think this one is going to be on Truesdale.
Yeah.
I got to say that. And that's her third foul.
As much as, Richmond is not really doing too well on the rebounds sometimes, because, they're not too far behind on the rebound totals. Mm-hmm. They're still attacking them sometimes after they get the rebound. So, they're forcing George Mason to keep control after they get the rebound.
56-41.
It looks like a travel, yeah.
And travel on Cardano Hillary, and she's like, come on, bro. That's the look that she had on her face.
I hate to disagree with her, but that was kind of an easy call right there. I saw the third step, and I'm like, where's the call? Where's the call?
56-41.
She was rolling more than a fruit roll-up.
Ooh, nice move there by Parson with the crossover, being guarded heavily by Bolden.
That's her key move, that penetration crossover.
Nice pass by Irvin to Truesdale. To Carpenter to Parson in the corner for 3. 12-point game.
7 for 19 right now as a team from 3 points.
Parson has 13 points today. 4 for 17 from the field. That number right there has got to hurt if you're a Richmond fan. She struggled from the field today, but when she has hit, she's hit big.
I mean, I'm not surprised. That is, she's the leader of the team, leading scorer. It is her team. Even though she's a sophomore, she kind of took it over from her sister leaving last year. But, she's doing her best to keep her team in it.
Mason has the basketball. Bolden inside to Gatlin. Cardano Hillary from the corner.
Cannot leave her open.
Bolden with a tough rebound over Hines Clark. And she gets it. Cockatee. Cardano Hillary swings it. Coxey driving in. Oh, great hustle there by Hines Clark, fighting for the basketball. Travel.
Good call for Richmond.
Not going to lie to you. For a second, I thought they were going to call foul on Hines Clark.
That would have been a tough one. Her 4th foul. They definitely would have, played her a little cautious. But, you got to do what you got to do towards the end of the game. Good hustle, though. Hands were amazing on that defensive possession.
Great hustle. 56-44, 12-point lead. Richmond needs something. Carpenter driving with the floater. No good, a little bit short here. Cardano Hillary up the floor.
I think Gatlin might have gotten a piece of that one.
Swings it over to Bolden. Bolden inside to Gatlin. Tough shot. Great defense there by Hines Clark. 6 minutes and 11 seconds. Richmond needs a run.
They need a made shot, that's for sure.
Carpenter for 3. That rattles out. Big rebound there by Bolden. And Bolden has had herself a pretty good day. She's inching in closer to a double-double. She's got 10 points. 6 rebounds right now. Cardano Hillary has it. Driving in the inside and the 8. Oh, I saw a punch.
A little physical.
I saw a punch. And
a little physical.
Hines Clark claps it up. But I saw a punch at the end of that one, and it was a very subtle punch, but it happened.
She was definitely not happy.
She was not happy.
There.
But what I love about Hines Clark is it's just that ruggedness. She's going to make it happen, and it is what it is. Like
she's a baller.
She walked away and it's like, I don't even know what you saw.
She's like, she's going to play. She's going to play her game, whether you like it or not.
Comiskey has it. Being guarded by Carpenter. Comiskey driving in the lane with the left hand hook. Oh, Dr. J would be so proud. Excuse me, not Dr. J. Kareem would be proud. I got excited. It was such a nice hook shot.
Left hand right there.
Sky hook supreme.
That was a really nice finish by Comiskey.
Oh, man. Man, Kareem would be so proud. Parson in the inside misses the floater off the front of the rim.
Another miss at the basket for Richmond.
They've got to find. It's 5 minutes left, and Richmond's going to have to clamp down here. They're down by 14. Gatlin has it at the top. Swings it to Comiskey. Being guarded by Irvin. Inside to Gatlin. Up and under move. She lost control of it. Hines Clark. Great defense there. Up the floor. Parson looking. Pull-up jump shot. Off the front of the rim. Irvin with the rebound. Kicks it to Hines Clark for the jumper. Boom.
Nice. I mean, Richmond came away with the basket. Give them credit for that. But another missed shot at the basket.
And they are really hurting themselves in the inside.
They are shooting themselves in the foot on those missed baskets down low. It's not good. When you miss shots like that are 1, 2, 3 feet from the basket, right under it.
That's a tough one. We got 4 minutes and 31 seconds left in this ball game. The score: Mason 58, Richmond 46. Can Richmond make the comeback? We'll find out after this timeout.
It's going to be tough.
All right, back from the timeout. Mason basketball, 4 minutes, 27 seconds, 58-46. Great has the ball here for Mason. Comiskey at the top of the key. Back to Great. Great being guarded by Holt. Great job there by Hines Clark. And they're going to call offensive foul on Great.
Turnover.
She looking like, well,
Great looks confused as all heck for the.
She shows Miss Ref, hey, this is what she did.
She looked confused by that call because she was trying to plead her case for, why that's an offensive foul.
I like the fact that she actually gave it a demonstration. She's like, it was right here.
All up on the ref for the defense. It's like, whoa, back up for a second. You don't want to get another foul.
I'm surprised she didn't get the tech on that one. But I love the heart, though. I love the heart.
Just trying to understand the game more.
That's it. Irvin trying to get inside the Hines Clark. Tough shot, and she got it and one. And look, once again, Cardano Hillary and Hines Clark, a little bit of a shove, just a little bit of a baby shove there.
Difference this time, though, Hines Clark actually scored.
She did.
I hate to point that out.
Yeah.
She Jersey tough.
58-48.
North Jersey tough, specifically. Just saying. Represent.
Hines Clark at the free throw line. And she makes it. 58-49. 9-point game here for Mason. Russ has got me smiling, y'all.
I love New Jersey people.
3 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock. 9-point game.
I'll be honest, I think that's what Richmond's been missing. Hines Clark, 2 early fouls kind of messed up their rhythm. She's barely been playing this game.
Great. And that's a blocking foul called against Morass.
She gets the call that time. She ain't got to explain to the ref, you know what I'm saying?
She was like, look, sometimes all you got to do is get a little explanation in and say, look, Mrs. Ref, I got to let you know something right now. This is not the way things should have went. And she might have got the benefit on this one. 58-49 as she heads to the free throw line. Alexis great, 9 points on the day. 4 for 6 from the field, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 2 rebounds. She has 3 fouls as we speak.
Kind of a foul-heavy game here a little bit.
Yes.
I want to say it seems like at least 3 or 4 starters of each team have at least 2 or 3 fouls.
Exactly.
That's a little undisciplined, but I mean, it's been a rough game. It's been a rough game. Like, they're fighting for a lot of balls here.
And she makes both. 11-point game. 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Richmond needs that run, and they need it now. 3 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. Parson swings it. Holt for 3. Bang.
Nice.
She's got 18. She's got 18. 6 3-pointers today for that young lady.
6 for 9. She's having a Klay Thompson kind of day.
She is having a Klay Thompson type of day.
She's got a smooth, simple stroke with the right hand. Good follow through. Make sure it goes in.
8-point game. One huge turnover here for Richmond. Could spell a little trouble for Mason. Great. Trying to go cross court. Bolden. Nice little move. Travel.
The other misref calling the travel.
She's like, wait a minute. So right now, Mason's got to find a way to hold on to this one. Coach Millicent can't be thrilled on what she's seeing. Coach Schaefer hoping for the best here.
Richmond's playing this screen better because you see George Mason set the high screen, forcing Hines Clark to stay up top, but she got her hands up, so she's able to, block her vision, try and go cross court there.
And Bowden gets called for the foul. Doesn't seem thrilled. Gets the travel, and then that happens. 2 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock. Richmond down by 8. Holt over to Parson, over to Irvin, back to Parson. Misses the 3. Hines Clark battling for the rebound, and that's going to be George Mason ball. Hines Clark was the last one to touch it. She's arguing her point. Still down by 8.
She's having a very physical game. Still has 11 points, though, right now.
11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 for 8 from the field.
Still, surprised by how much she didn't play in that first half. But then again, you look at the early fouls, and I can't say it enough. That just seems like it changed the tone of the game for Richmond.
I think Coach Schaefer's strategies seemed to look like when she realized how the fouls were going and some of her other players were playing, some of his other players were playing better, maybe savers for the fourth. And she's played this entire fourth quarter.
She has. She's been in since like 2 or 3 minutes left in the third, so she's definitely trying to keep the players there.
Oh, man. She got the benefit of the doubt on that one. Kaminsky with the bounce in the 3. It's an 11-point game. That one hurts if you're Richmond.
Got the hometown bounce in Richmond.
Exactly. Maybe she got an in-state bounce because that's what that is. Parson being guarded by Bolden. Swings it to Holt. Inside to Hines Clark, and she misses the rim completely. Rebound by Cardano Hillary.
That was a tough shot.
Oh, behind the back. Nice move.
Not surprised.
Irvin, who's played some tough defense on Cardano Hillary today.
They're playing some hard defense on her. She has 12 points right now, but she could have had more. But, like, you know, Irvin, Carpenter have been playing some tough, in-your-face defense on Cardano-Hillary. So they're not giving her those 12 points. She's earned them, and most of them from the free throw line.
So Coach Schaefer's going to call timeout. 63-52. Mason up by 11 with a minute 29 left in this fourth period. All right, timeout is over. 63-52 Mason trying to hold on and get this W here against Richmond. Minute 25. Great to Cardano-Hillary. Oh, man. That's the second one we've seen today. The bank is open at all hours. 66-52 as Cardano-Hillary goes high off the backboard of that bank.
Not surprised. She's a basketball player.
15 points. Hines Clark jumper, and that one just wouldn't fall. 66-52, and Mason is a minute away from getting that victory.
I mean, at least it wasn't a missed layup this time, but still a struggle to finish down low.
This is going to be Mason's sixth victory in the A10. If they can hold off, number 14 on the year. Oh, nice pass to Cardano-Hillary. And I'm going to be honest with you, she sold it a little bit. The foul was there, but she sold it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's nothing. You know, good job there by Cardano-Hillary. I liked it.
Cardano-Hillary and Hines Clark meeting again.
That's been a very fierce rivalry.
One foul left for her, but, 40 seconds left. I don't think she's going anywhere, even, with the score like it is.
Cardano-Hillary gets number 16 on the day.
Most of her points coming from free throws. Like, even with her scoring 16 points right now, like, she's only shot 4 for 13 from the field.
So, yeah, not the greatest from the field today, but the free throws and the fouls have come in her favor. She's James Harden that day,
I mean, still, even with the free throws, she's only, 7 for 12 now after that miss. So she's not shooting a great free throw percentage. Not as much as you'd like, but, she's still getting her points. She's still trying to get, the win for her team, of course.
And Bolden. And 67-52 here. And we're close here to the end of this one as Casey Davis makes her way in the game. We're seeing Devin Wilson, the freshman from Georgia, coming in for Mason. As Gatling gets a standing ovation from hometown fans who made the trip up here to Richmond. 23.6 seconds on the clock, and George Mason is closing in on that victory. 20 seconds. Looking.
Just trying to dribble out the clock now.
Mason's just slowing it down. 10 seconds on the clock. There's no shot clock. Morat still battling with 15 seconds. And Parson trying to get the steal here. 3, 2, 1. And ladies and gentlemen, the George Mason Patriots come into Richmond and get the 67-52 victory over the Richmond Spiders. I'm Darrell Owens alongside Russ Taliaiferro. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast. Now you'll be able to catch the post-game highlights from this game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Final score here from the Robins Center. George Mason, 15-point victory, 67-52 over the Richmond Spiders. Very, very, very tough game today for Richmond. They had opportunities, couldn't capitalize. George Mason just fought through. They did a lot of things, where they just kept hanging in there. They kept, Cardano-Hillary. She struggled at the beginning of the game due to Ayanna Carpenter. But in the end, this George Mason team prevails.
It was a tough game. Richmond had trouble finishing at the basket. They got some key steals, some key turnovers, some traveling calls that went their way, some other offensive fouls that went their way. They just had trouble finishing at the basket. Easy layups being missed, even some tough layups that looked like they couldn't have made, or maybe they should have made. It didn't. The baskets didn't fall their way, and they couldn't finish, and the game just kind of slipped away. Even though they shot very well from three, almost 50%. A little under 50. Claire Holt had a game of her life right now, freshman from Hoover. So, I mean, there's some things to look forward to going to Pittsburgh, but, a home loss especially never looks good coming in the, conference tournament play. Yeah. So it's something, they got to improve on.
They really needed this one, and they're not out of the running for trying to get that home game, but this was a tough one to take tonight. And they were in there for a while. Like I said, great performance by Holt. 6 threes, 18 points tonight for that young lady. Just a phenomenal game on her end. But once again, just Mason came in here. They were so consistent all night long. They were tough. They were physical down low. They threw in McCool. They had Gatlin. Just all night long, they just stuck in there. They just didn't give up. And so tonight, they get the W tonight, and they got Dayton on Sunday. That's going to be a tough matchup for George Mason team.
Dayton was a very nice game to watch last week, and I'm looking forward to see what they can do against Dayton coming up. But a very physical game tonight. Can't be understated. That was a very, very physical game tonight. Some hard balls, a lot of dive balls going for some. You saw Hines Clark and Cardano Hillary getting into it.
Yeah.
So it was a very physical game, but still a nice one.
Very physical game, nevertheless. But George Mason gets out here with the victory, 67-52. You will be able to catch our post-game interview with Alexis Great. Thank you all for tuning in here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. I'm Darrell Owens. This is Russ Taliaiferro. Peace. We will see you on Sunday versus LaSalle. All right, everybody. Darrell Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network, and I'm here with Alexis Great. How excited are you? How excited are you right now? Big game today. You come in here. You had a little bit of a tough one the last one out, but you come in here and get a huge 15-point victory against Richmond. But what are your thoughts on today's performance?
We really needed this win. Like you said, we had a tough loss the other day. So this one it was a really good win. We really needed this to push us forward through the rest of the season, the last couple of games.
And you got 11 points today. It's very tough, physical to the basket. Can you describe your game to me? Because what I saw there was tough, physical. You made everything happen for George Mason today, in my opinion.
I take what's given to me. I don't really try to go and do too much. So if the basket's open, I'm going to the basket. If the shot's open, I'll take the three. I don't really shoot too many threes, but if it's open, I'll shoot it. Just take what's given to me.
Now, you got 2 big games coming up here in the next few days. You got 3 total, but 2 home games, your final 2 home games before the A-10 starts. You got Dayton coming up, long, lengthy. We saw Dayton against VCU and how tough they played VCU. What are your expectations going into that Dayton game?
It's going to be a really big game. It's Dayton, and it's a home game for sure. So our home games are really, really important to us. So, we just got to come ready to play. Everybody in the conference is beatable, so I'm ready to play.
I definitely would agree with you on that one. In the last one here, you're so close. You're getting closer and closer to getting a chance to have a home game in the A-10 tournament. How much of that is a focus of this team right now?
It's the big focus. That's all we talk about is winning so we can have that home game. We don't want to go on the road. Going on the road is not good for us. We want to have that home game and secure it.
And want to go to Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Alexis, hope to see you in Pittsburgh. I'm Darrell Owens, Legacy Maker Sports Network. And we got Alexis Great here at George Mason's Patriots as they get the victory today, 67-52.